Race fans, good evening and a very warm 3-Wide TV welcome to Phoenix International Raceway, where we're set for round 13 of the 2025B OSCA World Cup. They say 13 is an unlucky number, but tonight a little luck might be just what it takes to survive under the desert sun. I'm Cameron Rich here with James Watson on the mic and Carlos Acosta on the cameras. And we'll go ahead and get our standings pulled up here real quick. And Daniel Gore continues his rampage on the series, winning 2 of the 3 races at the Charlotte Dirt Track, and leads Noah Brown by almost 200 points. Eric Ziegel was the other winner last week, and he makes a big leap in the standings from 5th up to 3rd, but rest much the same on the team side as well. Redux Racing leads by almost 300 points over Southern Speedco, RKM, TMR, and then down to Binks. And then Northeastern Velocity, the last full-time team in the series there. So that's what we have. We are underway here in qualifying with about 2 minutes left. Ty McIntosh, fast driver right now with a 26.416. He is on the pole currently as we speak. There's James Miller. He is currently in the 6th position, I'm showing. David Westergreen, he is down in the 13th position. And Aaron Evans on your screen, he is down in 17th. So a couple new schemes out here tonight. The theme is the 2025 NASCAR season. So you might notice a couple of these drivers there. Ty McIntosh on the screen. I believe that's Chase Briscoe's car. And well, not quite.
Sorry, I had to.
On David Westergreen's car, but there's Ray Bracey with Justin Allgaier's Xfinity car. So we didn't specify a series, just a 2025 stock car. But yeah, how are we feeling tonight about Phoenix, James? One of the short intermediates, I guess, of the season, and it should be pretty fun.
James?
Sorry, what was that?
I was just asking, how are we feeling about Phoenix tonight?
Well, I think we're all a little nervous considering what we've heard about it in qualifying. It could be an interesting race in a very bad way, but it still could be an interesting race in a good way. You know, there's plenty of usable lines, plenty of ways you can get around this track, plenty of ways to use the dog leg, the dog leg that I absolutely adore. I've never said a disparaging thing about ever in my life. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yep, and just to allude to what James was talking about, we have heard the drivers talk about a potential issue with the engine temperatures. Had a couple drivers blow up in practice. That was about 2 o'clock-ish p.m. sim time, and we're going to be starting race number 1 here at 4:30 sim time. So hope that the temperature issues don't cause an issue in the race, but you never know. And I don't think it should be in race 2. That's 7 p.m. here. You see the track just changed over to our start time. So we'll go ahead and get the starting grid rolling here. And on your pole, it's actually Ty McIntosh. He starts next to Darren Staff in the 45 car. Daniel Gore, he starts in position number 3 next to Ray Bracey Bojo in 4th position. That beautiful Corn and Bojo sponsored machine. Santiago Aguirre in 5th. He's the, I believe that's Josh Berry's car. And then 6th place is James Miller. 7th is Kynan Jones. He is not in a 2025 NASCAR Cup scheme. Eric Ziegel in the 5 car. He is. That was Kyle Larson throwback, I believe. Johnny Eckert, he is making a return in 9th position there. And Noah Brown rounds out the top 10. Gilberto Javier Gomara in the 11th position. Jake Scarborough in 12th. 13th is Neil Rutt. David Westergreen in 14th. Dylan Thomas, he's going to roll off 15th. 16th is Dave Carpenter. 17th position is going to be Ty Alcas, the part-timer. And Aaron Evans in 18th. 2 very similar looking cars from a distance, so we'll have to make sure we get these correct. Thomas Capuano and Ryan Priest's machine. He starts 19th, and then 20th is Adam Peeler. Zach Evans rolls off 21st, and 22nd is Patrick Hahey. Dave Huckleberry rolls off in 23rd. Nate Hall 24th, and the last driver on the field tonight, which yes, he is there, I believe, is Jordan Tarble in 25th. So nice little field here for the we're at the tail end of the season. Only about 6 events left, I believe, maybe even 5. So good to see a good field count here tonight. But Ty McIntosh, he fell a little bit in the points after last week. Fell down to the 5th position. He was riding up there in the 3rd position for much of the season, but had a couple of bad luck streaks. So looking to turn that around. He is still very much in the fight of it, or in the fight with things there. So looking to have a good run out here tonight. And he definitely has out-qualified his nearest competitors, Eric Ziegel and James Miller. So that is a good start on the season. Has to beat a couple of very hungry drivers here. And that will be a tough task. But the pace truck is off. It's off early here at Phoenix. One of the caveats of this racetrack, we're not going to get the green flag until they take 2 more corners.
Yeah, the pace car is only on for like 30% of the pace lap.
Very weird there. But either way, we are going to get a green flag here. And it will be exciting nonetheless. There it is. And it's a good start for everybody so far. Good start for Ty McIntosh. Not so good start for Darren Staff. And a great start for Daniel Gore. He's looking to make it 3 wide here in the first corner.
Oh, contact
with Darren Staff. He's in the wall.
Standing it on the bottom. What a send.
That looks like Johnny Eckert going 4-5. Yep, that wasn't going to work. No way in heck.
Oh no, Zach hit him.
Yeah. We're going to have to check how wide they were there, but that was either 5 or 6 wide, I have to think, and that was just it just funneled up into too many cars getting together at once there for Johnny. So
yeah, yeah,
it's just not much. Too many cars at once there, really. The track is wide enough technically. It's just you're all going to funnel back up right here on the exit, and Johnny's got to go somewhere. And the 85 Conor Jones was the place he went, and then he went into the inside wall. So I don't think he's got too much damage. Being a part-timer, he might decide to just call it quits. No, he looks like he's coming in to fix it. So everybody should be all right here. Have some chatter on the radio from Darren Staff. He's not happy with Ty McIntosh for that first lap move. Maybe we can get a replay spun up of that. See what happened there. So there's our telestrator on the screen.
Yeah.
That was circling Ty McIntosh, and
I didn't do anything.
I just don't. I don't think and really anything was done wrong there. It's just it's Phoenix, right? That's just, yeah. I mean, nobody really did anything. That's just from my perspective. I don't think anybody did anything wrong there. So
no, it's just the byproduct of this track being interesting in all the different lines you can take and places to go. One of the reasons why I just absolutely love the existence of the dog leg and turning this track into a funhouse mirror version of the original layout that was so much better.
Surely there was no sarcasm there, and you actually do love the the dog leg here. I would tend to agree with you. You know, I was a really big fan of Old Phoenix. It was a track kind of like Richmond, but just kind of backwards, you know. So it was unique in that kind of sense. And I remember back in the day, a lot of the drivers actually would drivers and teams would actually set their cars up very similarly at both tracks. But either way, we're going to get the pace truck off here once again. A whole mile before we get the green flag. There he is, and through all that shenanigans and everything, Ty McIntosh retained the lead. He did not get passed by Daniel Gore, who made that 3-wide mega move down into turn number. What is it? That's turn 3, is it? I believe, is it not? I always get these corners mixed up anymore.
Yeah. Yep. We are going into turn 3. Supposed to be turn 1.
Yep. There's the green flag out. And once again, Ty McIntosh with a great restart. That inside line on the in the second row there, having a great restart once again. This time it's Santiago Aguirre looking very racing into turn 3.
Oh, there's a little bit of contact. McIntosh and Gore. Oh, there's still contact.
That is not going to be a good team meeting. And wow,
it's a big one.
That is not going to go over well in the Discord at all. And through all of it, Santi gets the lead.
My dog.
And poor Dave, he said, Rick, everyone checked up, but no one checked up behind him.
Oh, no.
And you'd have to think the two drivers that kind of went through while each other on lap 1, they finally got into each other there. And we are focused here on the 66 of Neil Wright, kind of an inside bystander. There's the 89, I believe. That was Ty Alcus involved a little bit.
And Ty's no good, very bad racing here is continuing to be no good. The amount of bad luck that Ty has had this season is just horrendous.
And somehow, through all of that, the 48 of Aaron Evans gets called for the caution, so...
probably because he came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just drove down into Neil, and that's what caused it. If it wasn't for that, we all would have been fine, but a little bit of a side smack and knocks him right up into Dave.
Really, two accidents just kind of fed off of each other there, and really, everybody in that second accident had no business. They were never going to be in the first one, so that's unfortunate. But I think most people should be relatively okay. Ty and Daniel had some pretty hard hits there, and
they
I
both
think
have meatballs.
Dave Carpenter might have as well.
Oh, it's good now. Their meatballs are gone.
Yeah, on board here with Dave, and just really got sideswiped, broadsided there. Nothing you can do as a driver.
No, just unfortunate timing.
But through all that, let's go ahead and re-rack the top 10 here, because it sure did change quite a bit. It's Santiago Aguirre, your leader. Noah Brown, second. Ray Bracey, third. Darren Staff, fourth. James Miller, fifth. James Scarborough, sixth. He has missed quite a few of the last races, so making his return, having a good run there in sixth. Gabriel Westergreen, seventh. Gilberto Javier Gomera in eighth. Cotton Jones, ninth. And Adam Peeler in 10th. I believe some of the radio chatter about that wreck actually pointing some blame towards Darren Staff. So, Carlos, your driver's getting it tonight.
What?
That is, I don't really know. I'll have to go back and look at that. I didn't really see he was even involved there, but either way, Darren is getting it from all sides tonight, and we are about to have another restart here. Santiago is your leader. It's two more Redux cars on the front row. Shock, but two different ones. It's Noah Brown and Santi. Good restart. Great restart for the 88 of Santiago. He's been having a great restarts all race long on that inside line and putting it to a good use right now. So good to see that. The rest of the field looks like they are pretty well tidy. We have some 3 wide in the back there. That might have been Johnny Eckert, but
someone clapped the wall in the back. Whoa. Ray got sideways entering 3.
Looking behind here from Santi, he is got a pretty
good
Gore
got black flag.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
I think it was an improper lane change.
Yeah, let's when we get a sec, let's go back and see if we can take a look at that restart and see see. I think that's pretty close, but it still was. So to check that. But Daniel Gorey is going to take his penalty. Probably going to lose a lap here. All right. Yep. We'll see here. He's behind Nate
People
Hall.
are not happy tonight.
Not at all.
Well, yeah, he went to go
And
past.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, that was pretty clear cut there. Saying he was the car in front was slow, which I would agree with. You just can't make the move still if the car is slow. So one of those caveats of the rule there. But either way, we have some good racing here up at the front. Santi leads Noah Brown by about 3/10 of a second. Back to Darren Staff, 3 more tenths, and 2/10 back to Jake Scarborough and James Miller there. So pretty close top 5 here, and some new faces up here in the top 10 that we normally wouldn't see. Adam Peeler back there in the 8th position, have a pretty good run right now. We could get a camera shot of him and his car.
Who?
Oh, something happened to Thomas
Issues with-
Capuano.
Yeah, and hockey.
Oh, that car
that's-
is broke. Ooh.
Yep.
That is no bueno. That car, the right front is not turning. It should be. Patrick Hahey, I think, might be the one.
Yeah, oh
behind
my
him.
God, look at that right front. It no turning.
Definitely, yeah, that definitely is going to be Patrick Hahey in the back of him and hard into the wall. That is, yep, that's not too great.
And he
Definitely gonna be a
continues
meatball
to be
there.
mad. The biggest mad I've ever seen Tom, honestly.
Yeah, tonight's the night of being mad here. I don't know what it is about Phoenix. I feel like Phoenix just always brings... It's almost worse than Martinsville in that regard sometimes, where it just brings out the worst. I mean, you remember back in NASCAR 2012, that whole thing happened with Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer and all that, so it's got to be the desert heat or something. It definitely brings out some mad at people, but...
The rattle-
Hashtag Jeff should have been suspended.
Yeah, and he actually win Homestead the next week?
Yeah, he
So
sure did.
He sure did.
His only Homestead victory. 2014 should have been his
Yeah.
second one, but I don't know if some playoff politics decided to change that. 'Cause he went down pit road in the last caution when he absolutely did not need to.
yeah, you always those little like things that happen and regarding the playoffs. It's a little bit questionable here and there. We do have a battle for the lead. The two teammates are going at it, Santiago and Noah Brown. Noah not able to make the move quite yet, but he is quite quick right now. I believe that's Daniel Gore in front of Santi here.
Yes.
So it's kind of 3 Redux cars in a row. Just one of them is about to go probably 2 laps
Second
down.
lap down.
No, actually 1 lap down. Daniel Gore probably, if he got that car halfway decent, should probably not go a lap down, but we'll see how broken that car is after the contact. Yeah, on board here with Darren Sapp. He's in the 3rd position. Kind of been here all race, really. That's a good view of this battle that's heating up again. Santiago actually took the inside line. Here comes Noah Brown around the outside. Santi went way down using that apron. Noah said, I will just kind of stay up here. And look at that run he's going to get off up here, turn 3. That was turn 2, actually. Still don't know my track numbers here, but Noah Brown, he does take the lead there over Santiago. Now Santiago at risk of losing 2nd from Darren Staff. You're into turn number
And
2.
He's got him clear if he jumps up. And
gonna
he's
go ahead and take
gonna
that.
hold it. Ooh. They both
Santi
wiggle.
trying to cross over.
Yeah. And nope, not gonna do it.
And that's one of the things about this new Phoenix is the high line is this track does kind of tend to bias high a little bit. So if you can kind of get that move made and get high on the car you're racing, that does give you the advantage. So now Santi back to 3rd. Noah Brown with about a 0.5 over Darren Staff right now, so looking to maybe drive away or do something, but looking a little bit further back. Ray Bracey there in the 6th position. He's Lost a couple spots from the start in that kerfuffle that happened, but looking pretty strong and consistent right now. Just quite like the driver that paint scheme emulates. Justin Allgaier has kind of always been a little bit of a model of consistency in my eyes, kind of that Xfinity lifer that kind of just gets it done most of the time. So I'd say that's a pretty good analog to Ray Racing. No, not disparaging whatsoever. Allgaier is a great driver.
And a champion.
Sure is, yep. Think he can technically do it again this year, although he was Final Four, right? But really shouldn't be. Really should have been Zilich like 10 weeks ago, but we won't get into that discussion.
Yeah.
We do have that championship format for at least one more year.
Yeah, I want Zilich to win the champion, but I don't want the one race playoff, so I'm kind of banking on hoping he doesn't win the championship over Rookie of the Year, so that NASCAR gets pressure.
Yeah, that's kind of been like a lot of discussion that Corey Heim and Connor Zilich need to both win or lose their titles, excuse me, to get NASCAR to kind of wake up to what they got. So I don't know, maybe I could see that. A little bit of a close moment there.
Presenting your champions, Tyler Ankrum and Carson Quaffle.
Wild. And I'm a Carson Quaffle fan, and that just does not sound right here. We have a battle here for third. Santee and James Miller going at it. So the tires on that 88 might be a little bit worse for the wear here. He's not fallen too far off the lead, though. Only 4/10 behind, and still very much in sight of the leader. So maybe I'm wrong and just kind of talking out my butt. We'll see. Hopefully he does have some tire left on that thing. Thrasher, the Black Stallion in chat saying, let's go Ty. And yeah, unfortunately Ty with some early issues. He was involved in an early wreck, but still on the track as we speak. And on the lead lap, running right there in the, what looks to be the 18th position right now. And you can see the little carrot down 17. He was your pole sitter, so just some unfortunate tie luck happening once again in this race. But either way, still on the track at least, and that does speak for something.
So he's not far off from the race leaders. Race leader Darren Staff's last lap was 27.82, and Ty's at 27.81. So he's really not that bad off right now.
Yeah, probably more so just a matter of the track position not being there. But we do have a battle for the lead once again. Darren Staff and Noah Brown going at it. Darren Staff deciding to use that outside line that looked so strong earlier, trying to get around the 65 of Noah Brown. And don't look now, there's a new player as well. James Miller loose out of turn number 4. Almost had a little bit of a moment there, but he has gotten himself up into the battle in that pink car for the month of October, which we have one more day of after tonight. But good racing here up at the front between these two, Darren Staff and Noah Brown. They've done it before this season. And right now, Darren Staff gets the better of the two. Noah in that number 65 machine. He is the that was the Jordan car that was running the Clash, I believe, Tyler Reddick's machine. So you can see the cheeky little Redux Racing logo kind of blanked out there to to emulate the Jordan logo that was blacked out. And I think it says unbreakable or unbearable or something on the back of Noah's car. So just a cheeky little nod to that car there, looking from the rear of Darren Staff's car.
He's loose.
Good little race up here at the front. A lot of these drivers are wheeling it tonight. You saw the 09 of Miller sideways just a couple laps ago, and right there, Darren Staff, you see that he is working that wheel. So these drivers are not cruising out here tonight.
Yeah, this is like the best Phoenix race I've seen in some time.
It's definitely good to see that. We might have a battle for second heating up once again. James Miller is looking racy with the 65 of Noah Brown, and these two are no stranger to contact and beating and banging. They did it quite a bit last season. Not so much this season, but Santiago was apologizing for something. I think he did anything wrong there,
It might have been Ray, but I'm not sure. As we see Puck and Carp on pit road right now.
And do we actually have a fuel issue? I think, well, I didn't actually note that down. I didn't actually note that down if we were going to have scheduled stops this race. But we can't really go 70 laps with Phoenix, I don't think. So maybe those drivers just pitting a little bit early. I would expect some of the other front runners to come in a little bit later on.
Here comes Santi looking back for the race lead.
That's not Santi.
Santi would love that, but that is his teammate Noah Brown.
Santi's here though. He hasn't left.
Yeah, he's still up there with the leaders. That's really been a close race the whole time. Nobody's really letting anybody get away from each other, and we do have some what looks to be not too far ahead lap traffic. Oh, we got a
Nate Hall.
Oh,
Nate Hall spun out turn 2 there. Yeah. I just looked over and I saw something happen. And he was parked there on the inside wall. So not sure what happened, but we do have our third caution of the night. Yeah, through 1 and 2, just too much beans. And inside wall was waiting right there, right in front of the leaders, just about. So not what they wanted to see, I'm sure. But you have to think that all the leaders here, we already saw some pit stops going. All these leaders are going to pit for sure. Probably going to be able to make it if I had to take a guess here. But we will have to wait and see here. But yeah, sure enough, everybody coming down pit road. Very long pit road. And a couple drivers that hit it right before we got the caution, Dave Carpenter and Dave Huckleberry, definitely going to be taking the wave arounds to get at least one of their laps back. Be interesting to see if we see any strategy here, like 2 tires or anything of the sort.
Oh, Peeler missed his stall.
Missed his stall, yeah. I didn't actually see him pull in. It looks like it's going to be Noah Brown with the lead off pit road here, followed by Darren Staff, James Miller, and Dave Westergrain.
Noah Brown.
Almost certainly Adam Peeler will come back down.
Here is how long he spent on pit road. That is the wrong thing. Excuse me. There we go.
That is a very good time for these cars. Too good, in fact. Surely that has to be a 2-tire stop,
I think
right?
that is a 2-tire stop.
It sure was, yeah. I just went back and checked it. So 2 tires on
there's
him.
your strategy call.
And I absolutely love strategy, so awesome to see that. And Darren Staff, yep, he took 4, so we'll see how this restart plays out. We know that 2 tires at Phoenix can definitely be, it can definitely make your car a little bit loose on the first couple laps. So we'll see if Noah should be fine with that. He's good at dirt, so typically dirt racing, you're sideways all the time anyway. So his truck is off there. We're going to get our 3rd restart of the race here. Noah Brown is your leader, Darren Staff 2nd, James Miller 3rd, Dave Westergrain 4th, and Ray Bracey rounds out your top 5. And real quick, because we got a moment here, Santiago Aguirre, Jake Scarborough, Kynan Jones, Eric Ziegel, and Aaron Evans round out your top 10. And there is the green flag. Great restart on that inside line for the 65 of Noah Brown. And they fan out behind him. 2, 3, 4 wide, I think I see right there into turn number 1. First battle is for that third position. Ray Bracey on the inside line gets the big advantage through the corner there, but here comes Aaron Staff on the outside, not quite clear. Jake Scarborough, I saw some contact from behind from the 5 of Eric Ziegel. Ooh,
big sideways. Oh, yeah. All kinds of sideways. Staff and Scarborough having to wheel it to hold on to it.
Somehow, everybody kept it straight. That was all sorts of sideways. Like you said, every variety, every flavor of wrecking, they did it without actually hitting anything.
And look at that. We got Bojo in P3. They're trying to hold on to it, hold off Staff.
Darren Staff doing a great job. He was all sorts of sideways. It's Ray Bracey now. Everybody is having trouble here. So we're not really seeing trouble with the engines. We're seeing trouble with the tires here, it looks like, right at this moment. And through all that, James Miller got the lead. He went around Noah Brown somehow, somewhere. I didn't actually see that. I believe it was on the inside lane. Yeah, it was on the inside while Ray was actually trying to wreck himself there. So that is when James Miller got the lead. 29 laps to go here. This race has not been light on the action for sure. We have seen just about everything, and we still got plenty of it to go.
See Gore looking to try to get past the Binks design car ahead of him as Ray continues hold on to a good spot here.
Yep, and for Daniel, it is just really damage limitation, and you know, he doesn't really have to. He's got 198 points on his teammate into the race, so that's what, 5.5 or so races, or something like that, some absurd number. So, still, you know, as a racer, you want to get as many spots as you can and do what you can. So really, it's sometimes races like this that define championship season more than the wins and the success. It's what you do with the bad days and how you can flip a bad day into a semi-decent, okay-ish one. Darren Staff there trying to get around the 65 Noah Brown. He does so successfully. New player up there in the top 5, Eric Ziegel in the 5. In that Terry Labonte / Kyle Larson throwback. Beautiful, beautiful machine there. Both the throwback and the original car were beautiful, so good to see that car running well, and Eric Ziegel will get giving it a good run up here in the 4th position.
And Ray looking to follow him through. He's got the position on Santi.
Sure does, making use of that outside line. Ray is. Santi's going to cut way down low here in the dog leg and get the advantage that way. So you can kind of see the dynamics of how Phoenix works like that. Ray going to get the good run here through 1 and 2 on that outside lane. That's a very good line there on the outside if you can hold it. And Ray touches the wall ever so slightly. Not going to slow him down too terribly much. Ooh, some contact there from, I believe that was Santi. Santi got in the side of Ray Bracey, kind of hip checked him out of the way. And Time Jones, we're on board with him. He's looking to make it maybe 3 wide here into turn 1. Not going to quite do it yet, but get a good view of how wide this track is, how many potential lines there are that you can run here, because everybody is running on all of them.
Ray maybe back in the best corner there, kind of looking to take advantage. Santi's going to clear Ray.
Trying to make that inside line into turn number 1 work, and you see the battle on the outside. Here comes Jake Scarborough on Kynan Jones. Jake using that outside line to his advantage, going to get the great run, and not going to be even a battle. He's just going to drive around him. And give that 7th position to the 77. Battling all over this racetrack. All these drivers using every inch of the Phoenix International Raceway, and that's one of the great things about this track. I know that you can clown it for a few things here and there, and I don't really think it's a great season closer type track, but it sure is wide, and it sure gives you options, which as a driver I think is always a good thing. So definitely good to see these drivers using every inch of the racetrack, and really all 11.95, I believe it is, or maybe it's 14.95. I can't remember. Getting their money's worth.
Depends on how much content you have.
Sure is, yeah. And I've been so close to the 100% thing for like 10 years, and I just don't get those like extra 3 pieces, which is probably costing me more in the long run, but that is quite all right.
I will never get close to the 100% club just because there's so many GT cars that I don't want and will never use.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the opposite. I like getting the GTs as soon as they come out.
I'm not a sports car person.
Yeah, it's just that thing. I've been in over racing so long. I've really kind of enjoyed something different here. Close battle here. Jake Scarborough and Noah Brown going at it for the 5th spot. 2 teammates, and actually Jake looking to make the move on Ray Bracey as well for 4th. That was almost a twofer, but not quite. Jake actually under fire with his teammate just now. Actually, behind these drivers, if we can get a kind of a wider shot or something, there is racing all through from about all the way back here. Ooh, actually, look at that. Patrick Hahey, that is
and he gets
absolutely
hit by Gilly.
100% intentional right there. That was a payback, and we saw it happen happen live. That was the 21 of Thomas Capuano just getting into the back of the 87. You can tell he wasn't, or he was still upset about the first contact. And yeah, that was absolutely 100% payback, and you can tell. Yeah, really just kind of made no attempt to avoid the wreck, and I'm going to call like I see it here, and that was intentional, and I don't care what anyone says.
Interesting, kind of stayed out.
Yeah,
that could have not happened.
I will say, Tom sounded pretty defeated over the radio. That like he felt bad about doing it. It didn't really have the tone of someone who was trying to get even. But considering how upset he was with Patrick early on in the night, like you said, you just kind of go.
Yeah, I did hear that too, and I will say that OSCA does have some pretty good actors. So, all I'll say about that one. That's I guess drivers will figure it out between themselves, and that will be that. But the race off pit road, it was.
Something happened to Miller because he came in the leader.
Is that
and
Miller?
He came out 14th.
Make a boo boo.
17-second pit stop.
Wow.
Not sure what happened there.
I'm not seeing a black flag or anything.
Or something.
No, yeah, that's.
I'll see if I can find out what happened.
The only thing I could think of is like maybe fixing damage or something like that, but yeah, that's interesting. So he's gonna
I
fall
looked
back quite a few spots.
His entry to his stall was fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with his entrance to his stall. And his exit was fine too. Oh, you know what it was? I think he exited maybe on 2nd gear, because when he exited, he had he just wasn't able to like get up to speed.
Huh. Well, that sure is interesting. So.
Yeah. Wow, that it cost him that much time.
Falls out of the top 3 back to the looking to be about 15th spot there. So.
2 Toyotas.
We only got about.
The race.
We only got about 15 laps to go or so here, so not a lot of time for him to make that up, but we'll see what he does. Good green flag out once again. Bad restart on the inside row for that 45 Darren Staff. Kynan Jones with the rocket ship launch there on the outside, and he is going to lead here into turn number 1 on the outside. But here comes Darren Staff, actually going to send it. Kynan Jones with no speed right now on those older tires, and Darren Staff going to make the move pretty easy.
Someone caught the wall. I think it was Siegel.
Yep, I saw that, and they are stacking up just a little bit behind them. 3 and almost potentially trying to look for 4 wide here.
Wiggly again.
And on the very, very inside there is Daniel Gore. He's gotten himself up to the 7th position. Damaged car and everything. So
Evans
they are trying to wreck.
Carpenter.
Got the 7 and 77. That is not the lucky number there. They're trying to make some big, heavy contact, and they were rubbing doors and everything else there. Their turns 1 and 2, but kept it straight for now. And all through that, we have calmed down just a little bit. Back to only 2 and sometimes 3 wide instead of 3 and sometimes 4 wide. So first battle on the track looks to be between the two 7 cars, the 77 and the 7. That's Scarborough and Gracie right now. They're going out at 4th position. To the top of your screen, looking a little bit further on back in the field, that's a battle of 3 wide down. David Westergreen, that is back around the 12th, 13th, 14th position. David Westergreen trying to take the 13th position from Ty Alkus. Ooh, some contact with Kynan and Aaron Evans. I think everybody able to keep it straight, but you saw Kynan Jones, he was your leader on the restart, back to the around 15th position now. Those old tires just having 0 life left in them, and he is still falling and bleeding and hurting and not going anywhere he needs to be right now. So strategy did not work for those old tires, but I would say, heck, it was worth a shot.
How many tire sets do they have?
Let me look.
2 sets of tires.
2.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking Kynan is maybe hoping for. I don't think there were enough laps for this strategy, but maybe hoping for a last-minute caution.
Yep, and still, I mean, we could always get that. I'm not sure at this point if 9 laps would be enough to do anything, but you know, that definitely would be the call, I think. 8 laps to go here, so Aaron Staff has a problem with Ziegel. He got a little bit side, a little bit loose there, and now under fire from Noah Brown.
Aaron is loving this.
Noah Brown gets around Eric Ziegel for the 2nd spot, so he's about 8 tenths of a second behind Darren Staff. Has been up front all race. It's been a good battle between about 3 drivers for this top spot. Darren Staff currently with the best end of it, but 6 more laps to go once we hit the line here.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Neil
That's
Rudd.
gotta-
That was the worst position for Neil to have been in. Not that he was doing anything wrong, but worst position for Neil to have been in Noah Brown's case, because he was just exiting that corner.
And Neil, one of those drivers that was involved in an early caution, and really just kind of riding around here, putzing around really to finish the race, trying to get what he can out. But we are on board here with
3
Noah
wide.
Brown. Yep, we are 3 wide over the
89
furlong.
sideways.
Back. Ooh. Something happened around where Ray was. I think that was some lap car shenanigans.
Uh-oh. More issues for McIntosh.
Oh no.
He's got some, he's got a beef with Kynan. I think
Yeah,
Kynan-
we're 3 wide again.
He might have beef with everything and anything tonight. Probably the guy at the hot dog stand too, with the way his race went. So Probably just a little bit venti over the radio. I have definitely been there a few times myself. It's looking pretty good, but only about half a second there between Darren Staff and Noah Brown. But hard to pass at this track, right? At the moment. Coming to 2 laps to go here for Darren Staff, and he's got to make 2 more perfect laps to hold that number 65 off. Darren Staff looking for his second win on the season. He won half number 1 at Myrtle Beach, and quite a few similarities between this racetrack, at least in its old form, between Phoenix and Myrtle Beach. Say it used to be quite a bit like a big version of Myrtle Beach in a few ways. Not so much now, but either way, to Darren, probably a little bit. Returns 1 and 2. He is running that yellow line, so just really placing his car where he needs to. And I don't think Noah is going to be close enough. It's about half a second between the 2 drivers here through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Darren Staff spinning out.
Oh, man.
Almost a little close there for him. I would say keep your celebrations till after you cross the line, but he got away with it.
I'm going to have a chat with Darren.
Cross the line, but I don't think that was on purpose.
A couple drivers actually saying they almost did it unintentionally, so that was certainly one of the finishes of a race of all time, and showing that Ray Bracey, the 4th place, he was shown in the pits there, but I'm not sure what happened. Credited with 4th nonetheless, but we can go ahead, and he sure is there. We'll give him a minute, but we'll get the half 1 winner in here as he takes a practice lap. Probably we'll see a couple drivers backwards for too long.
Actually, let's... Hopefully it doesn't refresh while I'm doing this. Pull up the race results.
James, are you in a position to read the results?
Yes.
All right. Well, we had them on the screen.
Yeah, give them a second.
Carlos.
Yeah,
okay.
Whenever I have to change the driver's information, it causes something like that to happen. There they go. Go for it, guys.
All right, your race winner is Darren Staff from Noah Brown and Eric Siegel. Ray Bracey and Daniel Gore round out the top 5. Jake Scarborough, Santiago Aguirre, James Miller, Zach Evans, and Tyler Alkus rounding out the top 10. Dave Westergreen, Dylan Thomas, Gilberto Javier Gomera, Aaron Evans, Johnny Eckert, Adam Peeler, Dave Carpenter, and Ty McIntosh round out the first page. And then we have Kinda Jones, Dave Huckleberry, Neil Brett, Nate Paul, Patrick Hawkey, Thomas Capilano, and Jordan Tarbell all rounding out the field.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in the half 1 winner.
Thank you, James. We'll bring him in here. The King of Mountain Dew himself, Darren Staff. This is Cameron Rich. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, your second win of the season, which is went out there and ran really like top 3 all race and just looked pretty fast out there. Tell us about your night.
The water temp thing was obviously pretty scary, but luckily I had ran a lot of practice laps. I had ran like a full fuel run and knew that it was probably gonna be all right. So was just kind of praying there, and then had some good speed. I found that I was running a different line than a lot of the other guys were, which was quicker. I did get really nervous though. Brown was catching near the end there, but kind of cool. Did look in the rearview mirror and drove away from there.
Yeah, you were battling there with a group of really fast drivers, and even before some of them had issues, you were up there with Dion Gore and Ty McIntosh. I mean, the speed is legit, and you're proving it each and every week. Going to be starting in 10th here for half number 2, so I don't know if the water temp issues are going to be mitigated by the cooler temps or not. I would think maybe a little bit, but you'll be back there in the traffic. What's your strategy here for half number 2 to get through it?
Speed. So the objective is, I guess, to try to avoid all the carnage on lap 1. I think people are gonna take it a little aggressive, entering turn 1 and 2, knowing that it's dark out, which means that the track's gonna be cooler and have a little more grip. So yeah, just trying to avoid the lap 1 carnage, know my pace, and then once we kind of get settled, try to make my way to the front from there. It's pretty much the only way I can see that we're winning tonight again.
And just a side question. We see a lot of drivers using multiple lines on that backstretch, or I guess it's the front stretch now, on the dog leg. If you have your pick, and if you can go wherever you want, do you like to go very low or very high or middle, or what do you like to do with that dog leg?
Personally, I like cutting the dog leg. I want to cut it as much as I can, but in practice, I knew it was comfortable to actually not cut it. The couple times that I did, I was either trying to put a little bit more of a gap, or on the white flag there, I didn't really cut it. I kind of did, but I cut it there in the last lap just to try to make sure that Brown didn't get much of a chance. I just realized I've said way too many times. Still getting new, I guess, to this interview thing, but all around, I still think that probably the top line in terms of the race pace, I felt a lot more comfortable knowing that you're not going to bump around all over the place and possibly pull a Ty Gibbs and slam head first in the outside wall.
Certainly would be a little bit suboptimal, but I can tell you are making your team owner very proud there tonight. So keep it up, and starting P10 here in half number 2. Before we let you go, any shout outs, anything like that you want to give us?
First, obviously, I know that the car looks a little different, but because I did a William Sawalich not throwback, but the theme for the night was William, but it's still the accelerated Cloud Solutions car. Always like winning in this car with my dad's company behind it, and obviously RK Motorsports. They have been they give me the opportunity every single season, and I'm glad Carlos has, because fair to say for him, it's certainly starting to pay off, and thanks to Kynan too there for that last little bit there on the restart.
And just one more thing. We saw you last week have a normal-ish oval wheel. You went back to the road course wheel this week.
I'm used to this setup. I only wanted to use my Thrustmaster because I didn't want to go through the pain and misery that I went through at Eldora. Felt like I would have had a lot more fun if I wasn't on this wheel, but so I am working towards being able to actually use the one there. The camera's kind of covered, but I do have a circle wheel for my Fanatec setup. I just need a new hub, or not hub, a base, because this base is really old. So I'm hoping to get the circle wheel back soon, but for now apparently I'm still winning out here with this F1 wheel.
You sure are. So go out there and do it again.
Darren, I have a quick question for you. Do you know how close it came to you dropping the football at the 1 yard line?
I knew what I was doing.
All right.
I just overdid it.
I
just overdid it.
He scared the F out of me.
Because I was about to say, I had done that in a test session yesterday, and I was like, that'd be a really cool way to win. And when I was kind of getting 4, I knew Brown wasn't going to catch me, so I'm like, I guess I'll try it. But then went a little overboard. Yeah, I guess. So I will try not to do that again if I do end up getting to the front, but certainly want to try to win in style. Did it a little bit too much though there.
Just wait till you cross the line and make it official.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, appreciate your time. Go out there and do it again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Darren's staff. I will move him back to his channel. And having a great season. Not quite up in the points battle per se, but you know, getting some wins out here in the competition. Nothing to scoff at. Nothing. It's always something to bring home, and you know, 2 wins on the season with a really mostly dominated by Daniel Gore and a couple scattered wins there every time, McIntosh and Noah Brown and others. But he's definitely inserted himself up there in the conversation for the consistent progress. Great to see that progress. I was teammates with Aaron a couple seasons ago when he was much less of a polished driver. So great to see that he's been able to step it up and become much more all-around rounded and just a lot more competitive. So
yeah, the glow up he's had over the last few seasons has been really cool to see.
Definitely, yep. One of the candidates for most improved driver over several seasons. Maybe this season, him and Ray Bracey, I think, probably 2 in the running there for that title. Both of them have stepped up quite a bit this season and shown a lot more speed than before. There's Santi without no front end. He's had some kind of a big issue there. We are going to get the grid rolled over here for you in just a moment.
By the way, I don't know if we brought it up, but the reason James took a long time in that pit stop, and he said on the YouTube chat, is that he sped just before he entered his box.
Oh wow,
Oh.
That's unfortunate. That's bad luck. All right, well, app number 2 grid here. Let's get you rolling here. Ty Alkus, he is your pole sitter. Zach Evans, he'll roll off in second. James Miller in third. He finished 7th in half number 1. Santiago Aguirre rolls off in 4th. 5th place is Jake Scarborough. Daniel Gore rolls off in 6th. A whole bunch of Redux cars in these couple rows. 7th place is Ray Bracey in the 7. Eric Ziegel rolls off in the 8th position. 9th position is Noah Brown, and your half a winner Darren Staff, he will roll off in 10th. And then race finishing results from half number 1 on back. David Westergreen, he rolls off and finished 11th. Dylan Thomas in 12th. 13th is Gilberto Javier Gamera in that beautiful, beautiful pink paint job in that 99 machine. 14th is Aaron Evans. Johnny Eckert rolls off in 15th. He will look to not be involved in a very early wreck. Adam Peeler, 16th. 17th is Dave Carpenter. Ty McIntosh in 18th, looking to rebound and change his luck. Kynan Jones, 19th. Dave Huckleberry in 20th. 21st is Neil Rutt. Nate Hall rolls off in 22nd. 23rd is Patrick Hayhe. Thomas Capuano in 24th. And rolling off shotgun in the field, if he is here, which I don't believe he is, it's Jordan Tarble, who is actually not here. So it's going to be 24 cars to start half number 2. And if you do have eyes, you will notice that it is dark out here tonight. It is dark in the sim right now, so going to be a little bit different for these drivers, a little bit more grip on the racetrack, a little bit more
I thought I just had my eyes checked.
But grip gives drivers confidence, and confidence makes drivers do moves, and moves can be smart or dumb, and anything in between. So we will see a lot more of those here tonight. I think on this restarts, we've already seen we can go 5, 6 wide. Why not try to make it 7 or 8? But a quick pace lap here. Pace truck has already made the move in, and Zach Evans had to pull up back to his spot there. I think he had to pull over for some reason. We are good though. Caught me off guard a little bit, but
Zach doesn't wreck when he does that. He knows what I'm referencing.
All right, half 2 is underway. Green flag is out. Ty Alquist with a bump from behind. James Miller was ready to go. He was not. And a good restart for the entire inside line. Oh, we're wrecking 7 in the Lacey
no, Ray.
Saw that happening. I think it was another situation where everybody kind of merged into one car, and that does not work whatsoever.
James, you may be starting to have a point about Phoenix.
Yep.
Well, let's see what happened here. Yep, just that was Noah Brown. Brown and Daniel Gore. I think was Ray in a Redux sandwich there? Not really a sandwich. He was kind of an upside down tostada.
Ziegler was the one that gave Ray
upside down tostada.
Ziegler was the one that gave Ray a bump there at the end. It may have been net coded bump. I don't think I have any damage on Ziegler, but that was ooh.
Yeah, definitely just 2 Redux cars right up where he needed to be, and they were there. And race control calling out a racing deal. I would probably agree with that. I can't really see anyone doing anything egregiously wrong there. I think it's just a product of racing, and sometimes cars, when you're putting them in positions like that, they go where you don't want them to go. So I think that is the definite right call. Here, race control. Talk about the restart or the start of the race as well. Not happy with something the 89 did. Let me go back and watch that because I don't have the best context at the moment.
Look.
I think he's talking about the fact that the 89 checked up a little bit on the start. So probably right about there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He did go a little bit, and then that's why there was contact from behind the 9. So yeah, I could. I mean, that might have actually contributed to the accident just a little bit, but that's really neither here nor there. Either way, we are going to redo it. Let's re-rack the top 10 here with a couple players missing now. Ty Alquist, James Miller, Jake Scarborough, Zach Evans, Santiago Aguirre. That's your top 5. Eric Ziegel, Noah Brown, David Westergren, Gilberto Javier Gomera, and Darren Staff is your top 10. Pace truck is off. Still in the hands of Ty Alquist, and race control probably will be looking at that car to make sure he pushes the gas once, and once alone on this start. Through 3 and 4, there is the green flag out once again. Good restart for that 89 Ty Alquist. James Miller struggling to go on that outside line. It's going to be Jake Scarborough in that 77 looking to be the power move here into turn 1, and he's going to make the move. Just ever so close on that 09 there.
Oh,
Makes the move.
I think D
little
West
further on
may
back.
have got the wall.
Couple pink cars here a little bit further on back, looking pretty racy here, but James Miller and Jake Scarborough at the front going at it once again for the 2nd position. They are 3-4 wide, a little bit further on back, looking very close. no longer 3 wide.
Ooh. Ziegel and Aguirre got really close.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no, Ty going around!
Something happened there. What the heck with the
Our
8
car.
car?
I think half the car took care with how hard that thing hit.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Healer type Macintosh, both those cars have
That's,
knee
yeah, there's a couple hard hits there. Ty is on the... I think he just kind
Use your words.
I think he just kind of went up and didn't expect Peeler to be there. I don't think he was wrecking. I mean, he looks like he was straight.
yeah, just kind of went up into him.
He's saying he wasn't in control of the car. I don't know. That's bottomed out maybe, or so. I don't. That perplexes me. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's saying he knew Peeler was there. Yeah. Well, either way, we are almost on lap 10.
It's almost a carbon copy of what it was in the first half. Let's see if after this caution, if they go for a bit of a brief green flag run.
You would certainly hope so. So we're gonna have at least one more lap of caution here.
The chat is quite interesting right now.
It sure is. OSCA after dark, but during the race.
OSCA dungeon.
Let's never ever bring that up again. Let's just not pretend it exists. Thankfully, the
I've
pace
seen
truck
in the
lights
OSCA
are
dungeon.
out.
So we got Ty McIntosh in the Info Care Center. We'll talk to him once we get a bit of a green flag run in.
Sure thing, yep. Thankfully, the pace truck lights are out. He's going to pull his happy butt here into the pit road right there. And we are going to get a green flag once again. Hopefully getting a little bit of a run here, because we sure have not gotten one of those just quite yet. Ty McIntosh and Adam Peeler look like they're both out of the race. At least one of them is in the infield care center waiting for us. Talk to him in just a moment. That will be Ty McIntosh. And the green flag out once again. Good restart. Once again for the 89 of Ty Alkus. He gets the big advantage, and it's 2-3 wide behind him immediately. Ooh, somebody in the wall, I think, further on back. I think that might have been the 87 of Patrick Hahey. Right now, the battle for second between James Miller and Jake Scarborough.
We got 3 wide here.
Sure do. Darren Staff on the very inside. We talked to him, and that's where he said he wanted to be. He takes about 3 spots, 2-3 spots there in one corner. So give Darren Staff, I think he lost a couple spots there on a previous restart. I think he's going to move back to about 8th or so. So somehow, some way, we have calmed down just a little bit on this in this half number 2. Race for third between Ziegel and Miller, but while we have a moment, let's go ahead and bring him in. We actually have two waiting for an interview. So Ty was there first. I will bring him up. James, are you able to take one of these?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Awesome. Let's go ahead and, well, let's bring Ty up, and you can take him.
Ty, James in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, buddy.
Well, things started off amazing with you getting the pole, and then things went not good immediately. Take us through all that.
I mean, it's just deja vu from last week. Obviously, I wasn't as aggressive as I needed to be on the initial starts in the first half, and I let somebody get under me both times, and I just kind of was in a situation. I know Darren was upset at me, but I mean, he doored the shit out of me. There's nothing I can do there. The Danny incident, I got Danny at Myrtle Beach. He made a mistake tonight, so he and I made the joke. We're tit for tat there, so I'm not even mad at Danny, but mad at myself there. I haven't cut the apron like that tight, and I didn't give it enough time to settle on the dog leg before I went back up on the track, and it broke loose. And obviously, if I hit the brake, I'm going to slide up the track into Peeler and maybe kill everybody else. And I just tried to do what I thought I could do to save it, and it wasn't enough. So I'm sorry to Peeler. I'm sure you're going to talk to him, but I feel bad for ruining his night. Yeah, it's just disappointing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. This bad luck train seems to be continuing for you.
Yeah, it's kind of everywhere too. I mean, it's been Wednesday nights, it's been Sunday nights. It just doesn't seem to stop. So we'll just have to wait.
All right. Well, sorry for you, my brother, but any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs to like to give while we got you?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few people. My parents are watching, so love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry it didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. My buddy Thrasher's watching. Bojo painted a beautiful car. It's a Carson Quapple 2025 look-alike car. Obviously, hoping Carson can have a good shot for the championship this weekend in Phoenix. And it looked really good. Having Pushkin as a fish on the car was kind of cool. You guys put in the show, man. Everybody that sponsors Southern Speed Code, Trading Fluid Company, Bite Size Sports, Bojo for making the paints, 3Y TV, Binks Designs, Weekend Woodsman, everybody that's a part of it. Hopefully we can come back next week and try to do something in Sonoma. I know we lead the road course points out of everybody that can lock into the World Finals, so hopefully after half one I can lock that up, but we're just going to have to hope that the bad luck train doesn't affect me on road courses, but you never know.
Alrighty, Ty, we appreciate you, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week in a little bit better fashion.
I hope so.
Well, darn, I was hoping that was the other Bass Pro Shop Championship for a car.
Actually, wouldn't mind a Chase Briscoe championship myself.
As a Briscoe fan for almost 10 years now, from your lips to God's ears, please.
Yeah, I definitely can. I definitely can see that. So.
I'm in the,
For your sake, I hope he does well. And
I'm in the Hendrick camp, but wouldn't be against a Hamlin championship. Much as I have disliked him in the past. Oh!
Ooh.
Right,
Big
isn't,
save around there.
Go
Yep.
on.
I was just saying, battling there between Brown and Miller. We got Adam Peeler here in the interview wave. We'll go ahead and bring him up while we got some green flag running. And this is the other view of the incident that Ty was talking about. So we'll see how these two line up. And well, actually, we might have to wait on that just a minute.
Wow.
We have a caution, and it's the two best friends, Noah Brown and me.
Wow.
Big development there. Suboptimal situation, one might say.
I'm gonna say that was very
like,
cash money of them.
fourth position there and just ran out of racetrack. They both ran into each other, and that was that. Look from outside, but
Ooh,
I think Ty got a little, or not Ty, excuse me, Noah got a little bit loose, and
Yeah, I think it was just two cars going for the same piece of real estate.
yeah, this is one of those things. So I couldn't. Noah got a little bit loose, but you know that's just racing. Sometimes things like that happen.
I will let Adam know that we will get him. Do you guys want to do it under caution or under green?
Yeah, I think we can get him in real quick. Adam Peeler, this is Cameron up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, guys? How y'all?
Well, we're doing pretty well. Unfortunate end to your night there with a little bit of a hard hit in the turn one wall there. But take us through your night from what happened from in your eyes.
I mean, my heart rates finally came down. All jokes aside, I told the guys, I said that's probably the scariest crash I've ever had on the sim, just because of, you know, just going down the front stretch, minding your own business, and basically it looks like when someone just completely misses a corner and kills you, but at least you can kind of see that coming. I had absolutely no indication that was going to happen. But I get it. You know, I talked to Ty, and I actually did something similar in the first half where I went down there to try to give somebody room, and I broke loose too and lost control. The only thing was is I was lucky enough where it went left, and I was able just to lift and let the whole pack go by. Ty was unfortunate and his hooked right, and that's where I was. So it is what it is, man. It's a fun night. I hate this racetrack, but I was actually very confident as the laps went down in that first half. So it was fun. I'm glad I got to run the car. It's a Carolina handling paint that Michael McDowell ran at Talladega 2 weeks ago. And that's actually the company that I work for. Got to meet Michael McDowell about a week before the race, and it was a really big deal for us, so I wanted to run it over here on this side. So it was fun. It's been fine. We're okay.
Yeah, and it was a really nice looking car out there tonight. Shame it's going to end early, but before we're going to get the green flag here in just a moment. Before we let you go, any sponsors or shout out you want to give us?
Yeah, man. Again, that paint looks awesome. That's a big thanks to the team boss Neil. He hooked that up for me. I've always wanted to run a Raymond car, but I wanted to wait and do it when we finally sponsored a car in real life, and so that was pretty cool to be able to do that on here. I actually got to show Michael McDowell that paint when he came to my work for his little tour or whatever. So that was really cool. He thought it was really cool. That was a cool moment with him. And thanks to Binks, man, Dylan and Neil and team president Zach Evans. These nights don't ever seem to turn out like I want them to, but at least I'm having fun with those guys.
Oh no!
Just spun it, and then Zach, no. See, I gotta leave. I'm jinxing people.
No, Zach! Oh no, Dave!
Okay, so that's we just experienced bad luck in real time right there.
Oh, that's aggressive form of crabbing.
Yeah, that 6 car is very, very heavily damaged. I think he is going to have a meatball.
Oh, he does. So does Patrick Hahi. And, well, Ty already has one.
Didn't get to say it to him either, but to Adam, thank you for your time on board with Huck and see what he saw. I think I didn't see if it started with Dylan or Zach. I think it started with Dylan somehow. That's a hard hit.
Man.
It's going to be a couple meatballs there. Dylan, he got loose there on turn 2, and unfortunately, Zach just kind of got ping-ponged there. Got hit by everything. On board here with Patrick. Hey, he misses one and hits the other. Thought he had it cleared, and into the turn 3 wall he goes.
Going from Patrick Hockey to Patrick Ouchie.
Sure enough.
I should be as proud of that joke as I am.
Zach's gonna turn around here, and that car is no longer driving straight at all. It is quite kinked in the suspension. Well, this second half has been a little bit messier than half one. I don't think we are too surprised by that, but working our fourth caution here on lap 30. Let's go ahead and re-rack the top 10 real quick. It's not changed entirely, or it's not changed too terribly much. Probably the biggest mover, Kynan Jones, up 10 spots into 9th, but it's Ty Alcas. He's led them all so far, leading over Jake Scarborough in 2nd, Santiago Aguirre in 3rd, Dave Westergreen in 4th, Eric Ziegel in 5th. Johnny Eckert, he's up quite a few spots, up 9, up to 6th. Gilberto Javier Gamera in 7th, James Miller in 8th, Kynan Jones 9th, and Darren Staff has not really made any progress. Probably just due to the way that this race has ebbed and flowed a little bit, but he still is in 10th, right where he started. So
I need to send him to restart school.
He probably will be making his move up here before too long, but as of now, has not yet. But good news is Base Truck is going to make that hard left turn, which there it goes into the pit lane, and we're going to get a restart here in just a moment. Restarts have been crazy all night long. I see no reason why this wouldn't be any different. They've been 3, 4, 5, and sometimes even 6 wide. And there we go once again. A great restart on the inside for that 89 of Ty Alcas. I think he has it quite figured out now. He has almost a 3 wide there. Battle with the or 3 wide action with a 90 of Johnny Eckert. He was looking very, very high there, and got cut off a little bit there by the number 9 of Dave Westergreen. So trouble 48 Aaron Evans. Hard in the wall, and definitely I'd say he got hit by something or someone before that contact.
Came up, hit the quarter panel of the driver on his outside. But let's take a look at the replay.
Well, he never lies. That's what I love about it so incredibly much here through 3 and 4.
He got loose.
Yep, he sure did.
Oh.
He got loose, and there was a car there right where he needed to catch his car at, and fortunately for him, that is going to spin him around. That was the 71 of Dave Carpenter.
Yeah, I just had to chase it up the track, and unfortunately someone was there and just bounced off of him and down into the inside wall.
So that's our 5th caution, and we're not quite at halfway just yet, so I think Ty Alca's probably enjoying all these cautions. He's been able to get the good restarts, and then I don't think we've really raced more than, 5 or 6 laps under green up to this point, so not really having to do much in the form of tire saving or strategy. It's just been kind of point and shoot and go right now, so hopefully we'll get some green flag running here before too long.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how long the fuel's gonna last at this rate.
Yeah, really, if we get bad enough, we could probably make the whole race, but that would be a bold strategy. Have to assume that probably if we get a run here, they're all going to come down pit road the next time we get a caution. Maybe like 5 or 6 laps would be, I think they would probably pit after that, but either way, I know nothing. They could probably not do that, and I'd look like a big dumb idiot or something and laugh at myself, but we are going to get the green flag here once again, and hopefully keep that green flag for a few laps. There we go. Pace truck is in. Ty Alcus on the outside line now, so changing it up a little bit. We'll see how that works for him. He's going to put Jake Scarborough in what is possibly the brightest car on the racetrack. He will be on the inside, so he gets the benefit of using every inch of the runoff down there.
Brightest because I'm not out there.
It is appreciated. I do love the bright colors. Green flag and a great restart on the outside for the 89 of Ty Alcus. He brings Eric Ziegel with him. The good restart. Eric Ziegel is going to get the advantage up into turn number 1. So those two might be working together somewhat, but either way. Move the 77 of Jake Scarborough back to 3rd. Now the battle is for 5th. Santiago Aguirre and Johnny Ecker going at it. And there's Darren Staff, finally him up into the top 5 running, but he hits the wall just a little bit there, so that's not quite what you want to be doing.
I think it was a little.
Just a kiss. Just a little bit of a kiss. See, a lot of these drivers getting a little bit loose out there tonight. These cars are pretty hard to handle. I think the line of cars around the track right now is about the cleanest and least chaotic we've seen, because I don't see anyone 3 wide at the moment. As I say that, they're looking to try. Ooh,
whoa! Big
09.
sideways.
Yeah, contact with the Miller and that was Darren Staff. This driver's just pinning the cars down to the inside. You get kind of pushed loose almost. Looks like. Lots of interesting line side. You'll see these drivers, some of them on the inside line, running that yellow line, and leader Ty Alcus through turns 1 and 2 there. He was on the outside, almost strafing the wall. So we'll keep an eye on those different lines these drivers are running, but definitely this whole track is absolutely just widening out. We have a battle for the lead. Eric Ziegel has caught Ty Alcus, and right up to the back bumper of that 89. He's bringing Jake Scarborough with him. So that 89 struggling for some pace right now. Off of turn number 2 there. Very close from behind that number 5 Northeastern Velocity machine of Eric Ziegel. And yeah, this battle for really the total top 5, put a blanket over them. On board here with Scarborough, trying to make that inside line work. That's where we've been seeing these cars get loose. You pin that car to the inside line, and that outside car can just kind of open the steering a little bit and get the better run off. And you're still cranking the wheel, and not a lot of banking just kind of causes these cars to get a loose sometimes. So that's where the struggle comes in when you're trying to make a move on the inside line here. Eric Ziegel trying once again to get around that number 89. He's trying on the outside or inside line. Not quite able to do it just yet.
Got that 90 car lurking. That's the highest we've seen Eckert in some time here.
Sure is, and it's really the calmest we've seen any of these races at the moment. Everybody is kind of single file at the moment. So this grippy track probably come into play for first time, and this driver's having to adjust that, but just a little bit. But our first green flag run of half number 2, and we are seeing some of the drivers trying to come forward. There's Johnny Eckert. He's trying to make his way forward on the 88. Not going to be able to do it just now. Looks like it's probably a little bit hard to pass at the moment. I would make that inference as the driver.
Yeah, honestly, things have really kind of calmed down as of late. Nothing too crazy here is coming to 25 to go.
Really the calmest the whole night has been after some chaotic stuff happening in half number 1 and half number 2, and now all of a sudden we have got some single file. We've got some racing there between well, some more best friends, Kynan Jones and Thomas Capuano. That is back for the 10th position currently. Capuano has it, so Kynan Jones is trying to take it around the outside. Bring the 65 of Noah Brown with him. Noah Brown, one of those drivers that was in an accident a little bit while ago and trying to make his way back up.
Kynan and Capuano, tale as old as time right here.
Yep, somehow they always find each other on the racetrack and can never, ever pass each other somehow, some way. But yep, they're going at it once again, and right now Capuano is doing a good job to hold Kynan off on that inside line, but I think Kynan's going to get the advantage here probably before too long. Gonna roll the outside through 3 and 4 here at the line. Not quite yet, but I think here Kynan's gonna have the advantage if he can drive it in just a little bit deeper. Not quite yet. So Capuano doing a good job to hold that 85 off, and now gonna put him in harm's way for Noah Brown to actually easily take the position.
Meanwhile, cars are starting to line up behind Santi. Oh, there's contact! Staff and Eckert.
All sorts of sideways there. Almost wrecked it.
Yeah, I don't know. There might have been netcode because I swore I saw some space in between those two cars.
Take a look real quick and give you an answer. Yeah, I'd say a little bit. Not much change up here at the front. 19 laps ago, it's still Ty Alkus leading Eric Ziegel by was currently about just over 0.2 of a second between those two cars. And then it's about 0.3 back to the 77 of Scarborough, and then a Gary Eckert rounds out to top 5. So definitely looking like these drivers are struggling to find a way around each other. Grippy track position, or grippy track conditions, making it a little bit challenging to kind of limiting those line. It limits the grippy track, kind of limits the choice of lines you have. When the track's hot and slick and everything, you can really use. We saw that in half 1. Drivers were kind of all over the racetrack, and that's subdued just a little bit now as the track cools off and there's more grip. Kind of develops a grippy line, kind of sort of where you kind of have to run to get the most out of the car. So most of the drivers kind of migrating towards that right now.
Oh, Santi slid up into Johnny just a bit.
Good little battle here for the 4th position between all these drivers. Jake Scarborough a few car lengths ahead. He's loving what he's seeing behind him.
Oh, there's contact. Miller into Eckert.
Ooh. Throwing smoke off the wall there. They're throwing smoke really every time. These drivers are throwing it out, all everything they have. Almost contact there between Santi and Darren. They are getting close. On board with Santi here. Led off a little bit early into turn number 1. I think he might have been way too early there because he's going to be under fire from David Westergreen. Going to drive around him.
Yeah, easy pass for D West up into 7th.
Santi struggling a little bit here on this longer run. Falling a couple spots, but still in the top 10. A little bit further on back here. Neil Rutt on board with him, seeing what he's doing. He had a rough first half, got involved in an early accident. I think not quite as bad here, half of the 2, running solidly in the 11th spot.
Yeah, and he sees the last spot, the top 10 right there in front of him with Noah Brown. Meanwhile, we got 12 laps to go. We were wondering, is fuel gonna make a difference? So far, it doesn't seem like it, but
Don't think so. You never know, though. These top 3 drivers have been kind of near each other all this whole run. So, don't wonder how that's going to play out. Really, since hard to pass. I think since we kind of played out the top 3, they've kind of driven away a little bit in this order, and it's been a little bit equidistant for a few laps here. Johnny Eckert about a second behind the top 3.
yeah, this has just been a great run from Alkis all night. He has had full control of this race.
Absolutely. Using the invert pole to his advantage.
Now, is this going to be his first career win if he can hold on to it?
I am fairly certain about that. Fairly certain. I think he might have a lights win, but I am not sure about that. I can look that up real quick, though. I am actually quite curious myself. Interestingly enough, yeah, he won the OSCA Lights race here just a couple days ago, so has some laps on the track and putting that experience to use here in half number 2. We are coming to 6 laps to go here once Ty reaches the line. And it was pretty messy first half of this race. We had 5 or 6 consecutive cautions. No more than about 3-4 laps of green flag running, and then once we got through that, it has been green flag since. And through all of that, it's been all Ty Alkis. He has led through the cautions, he has led through the green flag, and his lead is about 0.7 of a second currently, and growing ever so slightly every lap. So I'd say he's looking pretty at the moment. He needs to definitely needs to get around this 87 of Patrick A to stay looking pretty, which looks like he will do easily. So now has traffic between him and the cars battling, which they are starting to battle for second place.
Yeah, meanwhile, Miller had to hang on to it. A little moment off of 2.
These two up further near the front, Scarborough and Ziegel have Been bumper to bumper this whole run, just Scarborough not been able to make a move on Ziegel. And as I'm talking about that, Ziegel has kind of caught the 89 of Alcus just a little bit. He is as close as he has been for much of the run, so don't quite give it to the 89 just yet. 3 laps to go here at Phoenix. That's 3 point something miles. Looks like that lead might be increasing though once again. So whatever issue Ty had or whatever play he was doing. Oh, trouble! 77 in the wall. Scarborough, there was a... Was that a send from Johnny? I think it sure was, and that is not going to go over well, I think, on anyone's part. We'll have to look at that after the race. We can look at it now, too. Scarborough got loose there off of turn 4 into turn 1.
Yeah, big send.
Wow.
Slide jump, not clear, and puts the 77 up in the wall.
Interesting move there on Johnny's part. Not really sure I see why, but Ty Alcus out of turn number 4. He's going to get his first OSCA Cup win. Dominates the race. Johnny Eckert's going to get third. And we'll have to ask him about that move he made on the second to last lap there. But either way, it was all Ty Alcus this race. He got the invert pole, finished 10th, half 1, started first, half number 2, and he might have actually led every lap of the race. I'll have to look at that and see if that's true, but he sure feels like he did.
He sure did. He led all 70 laps. What a lad.
No. Yep, good little drive there from Ty. His first OSCA Cup win to go with his first OSCA Lights win, which happened 2 days ago. So, actually, excuse me, that's incorrect. He got his first OSCA Lights win at Myrtle Beach a couple weeks ago. So, 3 OSCA wins to his name. And, yep, his first here in the Cup Series. So we will let these drivers do some burnouts, do some celebrations, do whatever they choose to do, and we will see if we can get them into here for an interview. We can go through the results here. First OSCA Cup win for Ty Alcus. He comes home with the position number 1. Eric Ziegel comes home in 2nd. Johnny Eckert 3rd. James Miller, he finishes 4th. Darren Staff 5th. Jake Scarborough 6th. David Westergreen 7th. Thomas Capiano 8th. Santiago Aguirre 9th. Noah Brown 10th. Neil Brett 11th. Gilberto Javier Gomera 12th. Kinda Jones 13th. Dylan Thomas 14th. Dave Carpenter 15th. Ray Bracey finishes 16th. 17th is Aaron Evans. 18th is Daniel Gore. A not so great night for him. One of the lesser nights of the season for the 2-time OSCA champion. Dave Huckleberry comes home in 19th. 20th is Patrick Hahey. 21st is Zach Evans. 22nd, Ty McIntosh. A rotten night for him. Sorry on the pole, and is probably wishing for so much more. Adam Peeler in 23rd. 24th is Nate Hall, and 25th, Jordan Tarble, who did not start the race tonight. But yeah, we'll go ahead and bring some drivers up in here. And I think let's go ahead and get the 3rd place driver, Johnny Eckert. And James, do you want to take him?
Yeah.
Sure thing. There he is.
Johnny, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi, I'm here. Hello.
Hi. Well, I think you know what I gotta ask you. The what happened there in the 2 to go with Jake Scarborough there?
Well, I didn't mean to hit him. I expected that he was going to be running the top because that's kind of what he was protecting the top. So I thought that a last-minute move to the bottom was going to work, considering it worked prior to that against the 88, and I was close enough. So I thought it was going to be fine. And then I saw him on my door right when I got like to the yellow line, and I started screaming. I'm like, no! And I got on the brakes, I turned, I did everything I could, and I must have hit, I haven't looked at it yet, but I must have hit checked him like crazy, because I didn't think, like from in-car, it didn't feel like it was that big a contact, but I must have either net code hit him, or I did actually like get him at the perfect angle or in the perfect spot. So I apologize to him. I'm glad it didn't completely take him out of the race, but I understand why he would be mad. So I apologize to him. That's not exactly what my intention was there, but it is what happened. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, just take us through the night, coming back and running Phoenix. We don't see it as much as we used to.
Yeah, I don't know, race 1, I just couldn't stop speeding on pit road for some reason. I still don't know how I got 2 speeding penalties on the 2 cautions that we pitted for tires, and I still don't know where the speeding penalty itself came from. So I'm a little lost on that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but race 1 was just a nightmare across the board. Race 2, it was a good result. It was a good race for me just because of the start. Made up quite a bit of ground, and then I think we had the early caution, and then that restart, I think we started on the outside, and we just went, and that was it. So yeah, I think that was kind of where my night ended up going well, and at that point it was just kind of trying to hold on, and it was some really, really good racing. A lot of death grip. There were a lot of hits here. Like, made contact with half the field, it felt like, tonight at one point or another, but it was just so like white knuckle the whole night. It's crazy. I didn't expect it to be like this. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like driver controlled, but it felt more like a mile and a half, at least to me. It felt more like a mile and a half where you were kind of trying to protect the top, and if you went to the bottom, you had to make something happen, because it wasn't like you were going to get freight trained otherwise. So
yeah, we did see a few guys out there get freight trained, but it was good having you back. Are we gonna see you for any more races here rest of the season?
I'm scheduled for one more, Sonoma. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make that or not, but we'll see. But that's my plan at this point. It's just right now is only Sonoma. I don't know about anything else. I don't know if I even could any other races, but one more was scheduled, so we will see.
Alrighty, well, it was great having you back again. It was another fantastic run for you. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Well, first off, thank you all for broadcasting. Thank you to Vic and the league and everybody for allowing me to race. Shout out to league sponsors and everybody else who helps support this. But also shout out to my team, my pseudo teammates who are not racing. DJ, who's had some stuff going on at home, so that's why he couldn't race. He hasn't been able to race, and I don't know if he's going to be able to race for a little bit yet. But shout out to him. Thank him for supporting tonight, and Alex Boffley, and one of our other friends, Jake, came back from deployment, so shout out to him after 9 months. So good to have him home again, and yeah, I think I got everybody. So thank you all, and once again, finally, I apologize to Jake. I did not mean to absolutely door slam the crap out of him, but I'm glad it didn't ruin his race, but that's not an excuse. I wasn't expecting what ended up happening, and it is my fault. So apologize to him, and good luck to, if I don't end up making it any more races, whatnot, good luck to the league for the rest of the season.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Johnny, and hopefully we're not next week. Hopefully we're talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, guys.
That was Johnny Eckert. Third place at half number 2. I will get Eric Ziegel. There is third place half number 1, second place half number 2. Eric Ziegel. Camera right up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Consistency tonight. That's a hard word for me to say. You showed a lot of speed in both halves. Really, just looked like a little bit hard to pass there in half number 2. I'm not sure if Ty was just a little bit quicker, but you kind of ran the same distance behind him just about all night. So I'm not sure if the grippier track made it harder to pass or what. But just take us through your night.
Well, didn't get any practice. So first few laps of on the track was in qualifying there. So we had to start from the back. Obviously, we drove, through the field cleanly. It was I felt it pretty easy to pass. Obviously, once you get some laps on the tires, it's a little harder. Second half, a lot more grip. Just later in that run, that would be, better than Ty. And then I'd screw up, he'd get away, and then I just really had no tire with about 10 to go, just kind of hanging on.
Right. We saw a lot of action on the restarts here with particularly half 2, where it seemed we got max 3-4 lap runs and then caution and lots of restarts and then it went green the rest of the way. But how did those restarts look from your perspective? Saw a lot of 3, 4, 5, even 6 wide sometimes. It caused a wreck in half number 1, but always crazy here at Phoenix. How did it look from your end?
I just dreaded being on the bottom, especially when you go down into turns 1 and 2. It gets pretty free if you got somebody on your outside and you can't keep the momentum going. But when on the outside, I feel like I made 99% of my passes, just keeping get a killer run, especially off at 2. It was definitely crazy through the dog leg, 4 and 5 wide, like you were saying.
Well, sure enough. And next week we're heading to Sonoma, a little bit of a different racetrack than Phoenix. How are you feeling about that one?
Probably be top 5. Not one of my better tracks, but at least I know this one. Unlike the last few road courses other than Watkins Glen. But hopefully we'll be back here talking to you again.
Sure thing. Well, we appreciate your time, Eric. Before we let you go, any sponsors or shout-outs?
First, got to thank my wife, of course. Got to thank Vic for painting this car for me tonight, and Natural Design. And, of course, you guys for doing this.
Always thank the wife first. I didn't do that once, and my wife was, I never hear the end of it from her, so bless her heart. But great run tonight, Eric. And thank you for talking to us. Probably, I'd say you were one of the stronger road course drivers, so there's a good chance we could be talking to you after the end of next week. But have a good run tonight.
Thank you. See you guys next week.
All right, that was Eric Ziegel, who probably the most consistent tonight, a third and a second as a 2.5 average finish for him. If you do the numbers thing, which I try not to, but we got Ty Alkus down here. He's waiting, and James, go ahead and get you with him. First time Cup winner, and he's got 2 lights wins under his belt, so putting the work in.
Ty, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. You got a copy?
Sure do. Well, would you look at that? First career OSCA win. How's it feel, my friend?
Feels pretty good, just gotta thank, Vic for giving me the invite opportunity, TTMG Tom for telling me about the league, and 3 laps to go there. My screen froze throughout the whole corners 1 and 2, so got a little nervous, but then gathered it back up and kept going.
Yeah, take us through how stressful was this race, trying to nail all of these restarts with how crazy and chaotic restarts tend to get around here.
Yeah, it was a little stressful towards the end. Just everything in the back of your mind going about the first win and stuff like that. And towards the beginning, you know, I was just worried about getting to the stop, putting tires on it, put a max amount of fuel you could, so it filled up. Had like one lap to the good coming to the checkered, which was a thin line, but you know, it was pretty good. And then all the restarts went my way for the most part. Well, for all the parts actually. And the one restart on the top there really helped. I was able to get the run through 1 and 2 off of 2, and just from there I was just set sail really.
Yeah, and you did a great job holding everyone off. You know, Ziegel tried a few times, but he just wasn't able to get close enough to you.
Yeah, you know, I just got to thank them for racing me clean. You know, I know Ziegel in real life from the modified racing world. He's always been good to me every time we run an iRacing. He always runs me clean, so I didn't think he was gonna pull anything dumb. So I just got to thank everybody really for racing me clean, and it's a really fun league to be a part of.
And finally, just take us through the story of your half one.
Yeah, a lot of pit road penalties. I'll tell you that. A lot of pit road penalties. Towards the beginning, got some damage, then fixed the damage, sped there. Then when we came for tires, got another speeding penalty, and then last restart, I just drove my way up to 10th, I believe. So that set me up for success in the second half, putting me on the pole, which was really nice.
Alrighty, well, it was an awesome run for you tonight. Awesome job getting that first win. Any sponsors, plugs, and shoutouts you like to give?
Thank you again for everyone for having me. I got to thank, you know, Ziegel for racing me clean. I thank Tom, Ford teammate, and well, Ford Alliance, I should say, and just Guy for getting me in the league. Got to thank Vic for giving me the opportunity, and really that's about it. Just everyone else in the league for having a great night.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Ty, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Hope so.
All right. Well, thank you for that, James. And first OSCA Cup Series win for Ty Alcas there, and a dominating way to do it, leading all 70 laps in half number 2 at Phoenix. But that is all we have for you guys tonight. Next week, it will be the same thing, same place, same time, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time-ish here on 3YTV. We have some more road course racing at Sonoma, which that's out your way, James. That'll be a fun one. I love Sonoma. I've actually been there once in real life, not for a race or anything. I was just over there and I drove past the track. It was pretty cool nonetheless. A nice little area.
Meanwhile, that is the motherland for me. I grew up at that place and even raced road course karts at the kart track. So I am always the happiest person when we get to go back to Sonoma, my home.
Well, there you go. You heard it right there. It's a home race for someone. So, yep, next week we got 2 races for you guys. It'll be a 19 and a 36 lapper. So be sure to tune into 3YTV for that. It is sure to be a fun one. And, yep. But we hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Take care and have a good one.
Mics are muted? No, they're not. Sorry, guys.